The Tahquamenon River was made famous in the Longfellow poem, Hiawatha. According to Indian lore, the origin of the name Tahquamenon is attributed to the water's amber color. The Tahquamenon is special in many ways. One little known fact is it's the largest waterfall east of the Mississippi and second in size to Niagara. Now, for those who have already seen the falls in the summertime, don't be hesitant to return, because with each changing season brings spectacular new beauty.
I think the wintertime is one of the most special times to actually be here. Of course, seasonally and even daily, everything changes, and it's a great time. But winter is particularly spectacular.
Lark Ludlow, proprietor of Camp 33 and Falls historian, provides a welcomed oasis for explorers. But this exceptional establishment would have never been built if it were not for the foresight of John Barrett.
Thanks to my grandfather, John Barrett, in 1950, he was able to purchase a block of land here that went from this point here to the falls. Actually, it was only 160 acres, but it was the 160 acres. And he gifted all but 2 to the state of Michigan so that it would always be preserved. His intent was never to keep it for himself. His intent was to preserve it for everyone else and for future generations. And he did specify that the parking lot where we're standing would be the furthest that people could go as far as vehicles were concerned. And from then on, you walk, and you walk approximately 3/4 of a mile, and then you have that whole wonderful experience of the forest before you encounter the falls. And you can hear, as you get closer, you can hear the thunder. It's wonderful. It builds the excitement, it certainly does.
Winter can be a spectacular time for adventurers. This is snow country, with an average annual snowfall of about 200 inches, which provides for ever-changing scenery.
The trees are different, the colors change, and every so subtly every day, particularly in the fall, you'll notice that. It's really beautiful. In the winter, without the leaves, you see things that you can't see in the summer. And in the winter time, too, it is absolutely spectacular at the falls themselves. Because as the winter goes on, and particularly when we have our colder winters, we have huge ice formations that come as the result of the spraying of the falls and over tend to build up. And then there's ice that builds up over the walls of the canyon of the falls. And as the sunlight shines on them, there are beautiful colors. It's almost like a rainbow. There's blues, there's greens, there's pinks, and it's because not only the refraction of the light, but also the mineral content that is in the water itself. And the water at the falls is special. It has that wonderful amber color. It looks like root beer. The froth and everything. And what makes the froth is because the water is soft. And the water is soft because of the tannic acid. And what the tannic acid comes from is the leaching of the cedar and hemlock swamps into the river. And that gives it the color and the softness. And that is a uniqueness about it. It's a learning experience for most people, for adults and children alike. Even if it's just to walk, even if it's just to stand and look at the beauty of the trees and the forest and listen to the birds. If you're lucky, you can see a deer. We do have bear here, and on occasion people will see a bear. No need to be afraid of them. If they see you, they'll go away. Otter, and we have wonderful fishing. Trophy fish are taken right out of this river.
The scene here is awesome, but if you find yourself needing more in your wild weekend adventure, the falls provides a hub for many other wintertime activities.
From this location, there are many things to do here in winter, believe it or not. Cross-country skiing is wonderful. You don't run into lots of people, so it makes that whole experience even more refreshing. You can actually ski right to the falls. That part of the trail is groomed. In addition to the cross-country skiing, of course, the snowmobiling is probably these days the biggest winter sport here. And then after you have this experience, whether it's before or after, the most important thing is the falls, because that's the founder, my grandfather's vision. That's what he had in mind, and that's what he knew would bring people here, and that's what we know today will bring people here. And that's why people should be here, is to experience the falls and to walk through that forest and feel the folklore that's